in the UK, they have these hidden toilets. Have you guys heard about these toilets? Have you guys seen videos of these toilets?
No, when I read this story, I thought it was like the Elon Musk's parking garage, like underground parking garage they have in places where
it is like that.
The car just comes up to the surface.
Yeah, from what I know, at nighttime the porta potty goes underground, and then in the morning it comes up and people can use it again. Is that how it works or no?
Yes. It stays clean, because it goes down underground, that gets cleaned, and then it comes back up during the day.
That's impressive.
Yeah. It is.
So
why don't we have anything like that here? All we have is
because people would
porta potties.
Because people would sleep in it.
They'd
all go down like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure in a payphone.
Time traveling. Yes.
Maybe they just like escape into the undergrounds of the city and start sleeping.
How do you? Does it have sensors? I mean, what if somebody's using it right at the hour it wants to go down?
How does it ejects them? It just
it opens the door and shoots them out.
That would be amazing. Yeah. That would be amazing.
All right.
Well, let's see. Let me show you actually what these porta potties look like. I have this in friggin'
You say porta potty. Some people call them different things in different places. You know that? They all have different names everywhere in the country.
Well, what do they call it in the UK?
Tell us, Adam.
Oh, I'm sure they're loos or something.
The loo.
Portaloo.
No, that's just the bathroom.
Yeah,
Portaloo.
You went to the loo.
They went to the mobile loo.
No, they're called honeypots here in Utah.
Yeah,
you
honey
can
pot.
take selfies in them
honey
and win money.
You can even take naps in the honey pot.
Whoa,
Ben, you've done that before,
what
haven't you?
I have.
Like,
oh, yeah, I've seen those actually.
if I walked up to that, I feel like it's a phone booth almost. I don't know.
No, that's where you wash your hands, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this is the washing your hands side right
I was
here.
like, that's a weird urinal, but okay.
You don't just walk up and whiz in public.
I don't know. I don't know.
There's a light shining down on it.
You can see how it looks like it goes up and down.
You know what?
Right?
It looks very fancy. It looks fancy. It's round. It looks like.
What if you're sleeping on it in the morning when it comes up?
You could be elevate. You could just stand on top, put your hands in the air, like, oh, Lion King kind of
That's
thing.
the next TikTok challenge for the UK. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Dance while it comes up.
I see the picture of the porta potty in the background, and that's the one I thought it was. That blue one.
Oh, you thought it was this one back here?
Right.
The porta potty next to the actual porta potty. Okay, that's.
Why do they have a porta potty
It's
next
a temporary.
to this porta potty?
Yeah, that's a good point.
That doesn't make any sense.
It took them a long time to get this guy out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, to make a long story short, this dude got trapped underneath this thing, and when it was going down, it squished him underneath. He was actually underneath, and he was underneath it because he was working on the thing, and it came down and it trapped him underneath. We've had plenty of people trapped by elevators and killed on this podcast. This is our first person who's been trapped by a toilet coming down on top of him.
Do we know that he caused it to come down, or was it a certain hour of the day it came down? He wasn't ready for it, or what? Was he doing something wrong? Do we know this?
We don't know if he was doing anything wrong. We don't know anything about that. I mean, it just says that the man is thought to have sustained crush injuries while working on the telescopic urinal at the location. That's all we know about it. But we do know this. He was underneath it. And he shouldn't have been underneath it.
Wasn't the lady last week living underneath the ground for like a few
He
days?
was living
in the sewers. I mean, he could have lived down there.
Yeah.
He was crushed.
He was actually pulled free with a winch. They said that.
You know what?
What? Pull him out. Yeah.
The troubling thing here for me is I have a story where an animal kills a human, and I have a story that I would bring the lightning around maybe about urination. So I don't know. You guys brought stories that are so similar to.
So we might as well not even tell your stories then.
Yeah.
They actually created these porta potties. Guess how long they've been around in the UK?
I'm going to say 5 years.
These ones will go up and down.
Okay, so I want to say sooner rather than later, but because the way you're saying it, I feel like it's 20 years.
It is 20 years ago.
You are kidding me. How come we're not here yet doing that?
They're living in the future. And we're cavemen over here urinating on the streets. That's why they actually did it. They did it to stop people from urinating on the streets. So now they have these things that pop up out of the ground.
Well, they name like every square block of San Francisco,
I think it's worth it. If a person gets crushed every week, I think that's worth the price to pay to have a nice city without people urinating everywhere.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Sacrifice one guy a week underneath these things.